Yo, welcome to the slaughtering. Today we're doing Audiowave Dasher's Fly Into the Night. Sorry, I'm filming in the car. I got kids, the dishwasher's going, TV's on, and everything's, it's whatever. So, let's dive right into this thing.
We are bronies, bum-ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum.
Fly high, quick your fun. Now the ponies on the loose. Hurry up, round him up, bring back your C2.
Before I talk about anything else, I wanted to really get into the presentation of this thing. The super long intro has title cards. Audiowave Dasher presents all this other shit. Making a song is not some enormous movie production. An original song can be a lot of work, I get it, but everything that the listener needs to know is in the description. One could argue that the water drop and then the wind blowing and all that crap is part of the song, but in this particular case, a not very emotional song builds up to just kind of nothing. Here's a tip for YouTube musicians everywhere. People put these songs on playlists. When you have a super long intro and a super long outro, like the first guitar strum, the guitar, starts at 45 seconds or so. And then the last one is at 4 minutes. And then it continues for another minute and a half with credits and then some daring do exit sequence that makes no sense. This isn't a Marvel movie. Why do we have a post-credits sequence? It makes no sense. It doesn't tie back into nothing. It's just stupid. So now we dissect the production. I listened to the live guitar recording, the latest version of the song. I really did gauge my opinion because I felt like that since it was only like 2 months ago that he did it, then it should have been the best representation of his progression as a producer. My problem with the latest version is that it's layered over the original. If it was just guitar and vocals, it would have been a lot better because the live guitar over the original makes it less listenable, which was really hard to do. What I'm trying to say is you could be Thomas Kincaid, but if you're painting on a turd instead of a proper canvas, you're not going to create a masterpiece. You're not going to make a production that's worth listening to. The live guitar by itself was still a treble-filled mess. It was like we were going through a high-pass filter. I almost didn't hear any bass in there. I mean, through my studio monitors, I could clearly hear that there was bass and whatever, but it was just mixed so poorly. So I get the distinct feeling that he's recording with a pedal, and all of his effects are in pre-production, delays and distortion and everything while recording instead of adding it later with a VST or something. There are 3 parts to creating music. A lot of people don't understand this. Playing music is a completely different world than writing music. Both of those things are on a completely different planet than producing music. This guy can clearly play the guitar. I've seen him do it. He's clearly very talented. I believe he has 20 years behind a guitar, but definitely not producing. The tremolo, whatever the fuck that's called, it comes off late. That's like one of the very first things that I learned how to do was compensate for latency. Now, if you want to slap a Band-Aid on this horrible laceration of music, a drum track would have gone a long way. What Audiowave Dasher probably didn't realize was that the Brony community is really, really good at helping each other out. If I were to send a guitar track to someone and say, please make me a drum track, I don't know how to do it, somebody would. Bad songs can have catchy lyrics and you'll find yourself singing it, i.e. all the bullshit on the radio right now. Every once in a while, I'll get one of those dumbass songs stuck in my head, and I'll just be like, and I'll just hate myself, but you can't help it. It's catchy. This was not. It was not catchy. It was not a good melody. It was not good lyrics. There was just nothing good to say about it. The vocals really weren't that bad. Oh, but then I found out it wasn't even Audiowave Dasher to begin with. It's just not particularly emotional. I have no idea who it's about. I have no idea what it's about. Some people might feel differently, but to just like cover ponies in general is just, I feel like it's just a waste of time. Took her out, it was a Friday night, I woke alone to get the feeling. That's awkward. Brony musicians have a very sincere and real desire to help other musicians. You could produce crap, like complete, utter crap. People will listen if you're cool and approachable. I mean, people think that this is done and over with and that he's just disappeared off the face of the planet, but he is continuing to hassle people and continuing to be an asshole. He says there's no such thing as bad publicity, but dude, what is the point of playing music if you have no audience? And I just love to play music. I don't care if I'm just playing to nobody. No, half of the fun of playing music is playing for people. So, to conclude this, I was going to give it 1 bottle of blue, but after seeing his reactions to people and his interaction with the public and how unapproachable he is, I could not in good conscience even produce 1 bottle of glue out of this horse. So anyway, that's the slaughtering. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe and all that jazz.
We are bronies. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum.